Hi, I'm Susan. Welcome to my home and studio at Windy Acre Cottage. It's a 100-year-old craftsman cottage where I love to paint and garden and entertain and care for all my wonderful fur babies, both those that are adopted and all the little fosters. It's also my home base for many fun adventures of the art, history, and gardening kind. Hello, how is everybody doing today? I had a special request from Catherine Moore to paint the companion piece to a painting that we did years ago in one of my paint-along classes. The painting we did was a snowy plover, which is a beach bird. And the companion piece is a seagull. So today we're going to paint a seagull. But I wanted to show you something first. So yesterday I went to Home Depot and bought some what's called MDF board or Masonite. It has a rough side and then it has a really smooth side. They come in 4 by 8 foot sheets, which are too big to fit in my car. But they're happy to cut it in half so that you can transport it home. And they will even cut it for you down into boards if you pay them $1/4 a cut. But all they have to do is cut it in half and then put those 2 boards together, cut it in half again, and then they keep stacking the boards on top. And so the saw will go through at least 4 boards at a time. So it doesn't really take that many cuts. And a board costs about $16, maybe less than $20 with tax. And you can probably get, maybe depending on the size of the board, you might get 60 boards out of one 4 by 8 sheet of Masonite. So anyway, that's what we're starting with today. And that's what this is right here. That's the rough side. This is the smooth side. And I went ahead and painted it with a lighter surface just so I could see better. And I used just regular acrylic paint. Except this one is called Bittersweet. It's actually a pre-mixed color that I had gotten from Sherwin-Williams, and it's kind of a light tan, and it's a house paint. So you can get a sample size for $5, something like that. And then this little condiment bottle, I just got it, I think I got this one at Walmart for maybe $1. And I don't like painting with these. I have had a plethora of colors over the decade and have painted with them, but they're almost just too thin to paint with. So I don't like using them for actual painting, but I do love them for the underpainting. So that's what we did there. And excuse me just a minute. I have a little Norfolk Terrier shredding some paper towels on the floor. Nanny, stop that. Stop that, stop that, stop that. Her Auntie Sonia bought her this beautiful toy to play with, and does she play with it? No. She prefers to shred paper in the floor. So anyway, I painted this with the Sherwin-Williams paint, let it dry, and then I used a little bit darker paint to put in my grid. And now I'm fixing to sit down and try to block in the basic shape. So let's start there. So it looks to me like the head of the bird is somewhere around in here. The majority of it is about right here, then it comes straight down. too long. Okay, I think that is my basic shape. So we have completed step number 1, which is the underpainting. Step number 2, which is the basic shape. And then next is time to scrub in the basic color. What I'm going to do now is turn off the video because I want the basic shape to dry before I start putting my color in there. And I also need to put out the colors of my palette. I was just using burnt sienna to draw in the basic shape. So that's the only color I've put out so far. So if you'll give me a couple of minutes, we'll let this dry. I'll get out my paints and we'll go ahead and complete the painting.